Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with the update of our ETF portfolio. And as you can see, our portfolio worth went up against last month. So now it is worth 62,975.58 Swiss francs. So that's the good news. The bad news is that Trump announced 50% tariffs for the EU going in on the 1st of June of this year. So in about 6-7 days, it's going to be 50%. And of course, the stock markets reacted badly, but he announced it on his social truth platform around midday, and I bought already in the morning because yeah, on the 25th or earlier, when the 25th is in the weekend, we get our paycheck, and when we receive it in the morning, I'll immediately write over 900 Swiss francs to our Swiss quote account. In fact, it's 900 plus 300 Swiss francs that I write to our Swiss quote account, because 300 Swiss francs are towards our daughters. And when it's 9, I just go online, I check what is the price, and I buy the ETF that I want. So it was 10 past 9 when I bought the ETF for today, and then 3 hours later the stock markets came tumbling down because of the announcement of Trump. So that's a bit annoying, but it is the way it is. And this video is for the wrap up of May. You already have the hindsight of the fact that it's in a few days that the tariffs are going to become 50% for the EU. So you know that that is going to happen in June 2025. But if you are watching to this video later, you know that it's for the month of May 2025 that I made this video. So as always, I'm going to go over the dividends that we received in May of 2025, also what we bought today, and what I'm going to buy in June. So at the end of June, I'm going to buy once again LDAG and GLDV. I already did it 2 or 3 times this year, buying these two ETFs together. So more or less for 450 Swiss francs a piece. And then I'm going to go over the current value of our ETF portfolio. Then I'm going to go over the predicted future yearly dividends and the dividends to be received in June. And finally, as always, I give the final recap of this video, and then the video is going to be over. So, as always, I start with the dividend received from XYLF, our covered call UCITS ETF. It's our income ETF from Global X, monthly paying dividend ETF. And it was X coupon on the 8th of May, and it was paid out on the 16th of May. So we received for our 125 shares of the Global X income ETF, we received 0.142216 US dollar, amounting to 17.78 US dollar. If we recalculate that with this exchange rate, it would have been 14.93 Swiss francs. But as you know, we collect our US dollars in order to get it to around 500 US dollars. And then from that US dollar amount, we buy our emerging market ETF, the EMHD from Invesco. And also GLDV contributed to our US dollar amount, because for our 215 shares of the Spider S&P Global Dividend Aristocrats ETF, we received 0.3663 US dollars a piece, and this amounted to 78.75 US dollar. If we convert it with the exchange rate, then it would have been 65.94 Swiss francs. And today, then, in the morning at 10 past 9, as already mentioned, we bought VHYL, 14 pieces for a price of just below 60 Swiss francs, 59.99. And remember this price, because when we go to the value of our ETF portfolio, you will see that it's quite annoying that I bought it just below 60. I was really happy this morning when I bought it at just below 60. But yeah, it even went down below 59 after Trump did his announcement. So that's a bit sour, but yeah, it can happen, and in the long run, it's not going to matter that much. So we bought for 839.85 Swiss francs, 14 pieces, and with the cost, it amounted to 848.10 Swiss francs that we invested this month. So next month, probably I'm going to go a little bit above 900 Swiss francs, because now we invested 52 Swiss francs to not enough to reach the 900 Swiss francs, in fact. But I couldn't invest one, I couldn't buy one share more, because otherwise I would have been above the 900 Swiss francs, and that's not good at all. So this is our current ETF portfolio, and as you can see, the current price of the VHYL at the end of the day is 59.15, so well below the 59.99 where we bought it at, but it's still in the green compared to the previous month, so it's in light green, and because we added 14 pieces, the total amount is also in dark green. And you can see only GLDV and XYLF are down, mainly due to the dividend that they also provided this month. So they didn't recover completely from giving out the dividend, but that's okay. We received the money anyway, and we are piling up the cash. And then the SEGPX went up quite good this month, but the euro came down a bit, and for EMHD, unfortunately, the US dollar came down quite a bit, especially today, because of the announcement of Trump with the tariffs. The dollar lost a lot of value. So yeah, overall a mixed view for our ETF portfolio, but overall our ETF portfolio is up. So the previous update, it was worth a little bit over 60,000 Swiss francs on the 25th of April. So that was, and on the 25th of March, the top of our ETF portfolio was 63,477. So last month we lost quite a lot of value. But now with the 14 pieces of VHYL and the total worth on the 23rd of May being 62,975.58 Swiss francs, our portfolio is up 2,970.29 Swiss francs. Minus the investment of VHYL, we come to a plus of 2,130.43 Swiss francs, so plus 3.55%, which isn't bad at all. But considering that our max was 63,477.55, and also because of the fact that we, at the end of April and now at the end of May, we invested in total 1,812.81 Swiss francs, means that we should have been around the value of 65,290.36 Swiss francs. But yeah, we were a lot higher than 62,900. We were around 63,700 Swiss francs before the announcement. So it's not that bad, but we have still a long way to go to make up the difference of where we should have been when yeah, our top that we reached in March was still there. But we are going to get there eventually. Maybe not this year anymore, but in the future, next year, over 2 years, we will definitely catch up and make a lot of profit from our ETF portfolio. And you should always remember, time in the market beats timing the market. and that's certainly true. So we bought in the morning, 3-4 hours later, everything was much cheaper. I also bought the shares of the U-portfolio, so watch out for that video coming up later this weekend. But yeah, it is the way it is. You buy, and you buy at a great price at the moment that you buy. So I was really happy that it was below 60 Swiss francs, the VHYL ETF. And even though it's much cheaper now, I'm still happy that I bought 40 more shares, because in the end, the most important thing is that we receive dividends from it. And 14 shares give the same amount of dividends, whether or not they cost a little bit more or a little bit less. So in the long run, it's not going to matter that much. And if you take into account the difference from XYLF and GLDV, as already mentioned, this is actually a plus of 2,211.30 Swiss francs, so plus 3.69%. And the total dollar amount on our Swiss quote account is now $171.76, so getting closer and closer to the $500 mark again. And the total euro amount on our Swiss quote account is 284.48 euros. There, nothing was added, of course, but next month that is going to change for sure. And then the most important thing is the predicted future dividends, and because we added VHYL 14 pieces, this one is big in the green, so 177.10. But of course the conversion rates all went down compared to last month, so we have a lot in the red as well. But GLDV is up 240.74 because the trailing 12-month dividend being paid out went up, because the dividend of this quarter, so of the past month, was way higher than the month before, higher than the year before in the same quarter. And for XYLF, the dividend was also way higher this month than previous year in the same month. So there we have both in the green, and with VHYL in the green, we went up in our yearly dividend to 2,863.00 Swiss francs. So a nice round number there. And this means a monthly dividend of 238.58 Swiss francs on average. And this is the highest amount so far that we've been paid out. More about that on the next slide. But here are the dividends for June. So we have XYLF going ex-coupon on the 30th of May. The record date is going to be the 2nd of June, and the payable date is the 6th of June. And the amount is once again way higher than the previous year dividend for the same month. So $0.146321. That was announced yesterday or today. But yeah, I only checked today, so I saw that this amount was there, and I was again really happy that the dividend went up with 5 cents compared to last year. VHYL hasn't been announced yet, but it should be a great amount, because last year it was 80 cents and a bit that was paid out for VHYL in this quarter. Then LDG was 0.3492 euros last year, so still being, yeah, still needs to be determined and needs to be announced. For FLXD, it's the same, and for EMHD, it's the same as well. So we are going to receive 3 payments in dollar and 2 payments in euro. And then the final overview for this video. So we invested 848.11 Swiss francs of new money with costs, and we also deposited 200 Swiss francs in our U portfolio. So watch out for that video in this weekend. I think I'm going to post it on Sunday. They are giving a lot of rain on Sunday here in Switzerland, so probably I will make the video then. And Our future yearly dividend is now 2,863 Swiss francs per year, and that's again above the previous high of 2 months ago with 2,861.71, so up 1.29 Swiss franc compared to the previous high. So we are really happy about that. And the past month we had a gain of 3.69%, and that's still way off from our previous high, as I already showed. So we should have been around 65,000 in value of our portfolio worth, but we are now just below 63,000 Swiss francs in value. But that's okay as well. The most important thing is our dividends being paid out, and that is going up again. So we are really happy about that. Our dividend yield is 4.55%. The yield on cost is 4.64%, and I believe this is the most correct one that I'm giving for 4.64%. I can also give the yield on own invested money, so without the dividends being reinvested, and that is 5.35%. But dividends that you receive is in fact also your own money, and when you withdraw your dividends from your account and you use it to pay the bills, you regard it as your own money as well. So I think the next video I will leave this part out, or if you really like it to see this amount, just let me know in the comment down below and I will keep it in. But if you don't care, you can also let it know, and then I will definitely skip this, because I believe this is the most important number, and this one is also important because that's what we are actually receiving on a daily word basis and on our cost basis, which is actually the most important basis to calculate your yield on. It's 4.64%, and as long that is above 4%, we are obeying to the 300 rule, and that's the rule that I like to use for investing. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. A lot of you watching aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, so if you like this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. That helps out the channel enormously. And with that being said, thank you for watching to this one, and see you on the next one. Bye.